Hello, everyone. Before we begin, I'd like to share that I am not a medical doctor, a spiritual master, or an expert of any kind. I'm just a country pumpkin sharing his theoretical perspective for entertainment purpose only. The topic for entertainment today is perspective in life, and depends on our situation and where we grow up in an environment. Uh, if you are from the East, like I am, and perspective in life, like when you being infected with Buddhism, then it's about suffering and what we do to escape from that suffering through what they call enlightenment. So it's greatly religion will greatly affect our perspective in life. How do we want to look at life? As a victim, like life is suffering, I have to escape from it, or somewhere else is much better than here, or life is just life and we just live it to the fullest, whether it's happy, it's sad, it is life. It is what it is. And we trying to take advantage of every opportunity instead of sitting there and blaming environment, blaming God, blaming karma, blaming everything. So our attitude in life and perspective goes hand in hand. If you're being caught within religious family or upbringing like Buddhism, then you have this attitude that life is suffering. Life is because, especially in bad situations, because of karma, not because of it's your soul choice to create this, chose this family that you're living in, to this conditioned environment you're in, and that situation you're in, so that you can learn and you transcend, you understand life as a deeper level, so that you walk away from that victim mentality and become what you call free, independent, master, no longer victimhood. So our attitude in life really is important in determining our frequency and our consciousness level. We're being affected every day from movies, from media, on how we should perceive life, how life should be. They try to influence our attitude and perspective. But in part of becoming awakening and understanding things more and attaining self-mastery, we have a choice. Do we choose to be a victim? When we choose to be a victim, we have a different set of attitude and perspective, how we look at life, how we deal with life. If we choose to be an opportunist, be positive, so that we attain self-mastery, it's a choice in which attitude we want to deal with. If we choose to be an opportunist, then every situation is a way to an opportunity to express our skill sets that we have, to overcome that situation, so that we can learn from that situation to expand our mind. So that we are not living in fear, anger, hatred, and we let emotion comes and goes, and not hang on it for dear life. Let not situation repeat itself over and over like a broken record. It happened, accept, acknowledge, thank you for the lesson, and move on. Although it's not as easy as being said, because you're gonna feel all that suffering, feel all that pain, and whatever it is you have with feeling it, but acknowledge it and accept those feelings, and not repress it, avoid it, run from it, let it run through our system. We sad, we are sad. We're happy, we're happy. So perspective in life is a choice. Well, not really. Well, it is a choice to a certain level when we understand when we born into this thing in this planet, into this environment, we chose family, environmental upbringing that determines our what you call default choice, default choice, your blueprint, your archetype. Are you a positive person or a negative person? Are you a pessimist, an optimist? They all have the challenges and the other weaknesses and problems we have to deal with. What I'm trying to say is, okay, if you're positive, then you have other set of weaknesses and limiting thoughts you have to overcome. Then you have a certain, I wouldn't say edge. You have, it's like different problems to deal with. But if you're negative, uh, with victimhood, you have a different set of problems, different learning scenario to overcome. And what I'm trying to say is that you have a choice later on to continue that perspective, that attitude, or you can shift it. It's a choice, even though we're giving it by default, but later on, to all those experiences, all that victimhood scenario that we learned to from kids to adulthood or to teenager, then at that one point, at some point, you have a choice. Especially when you learn self-empowerment, reading books, Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle and other sources, then you begin to realize I have a choice. I can continue to be a pessimist, a victim, or I can begin to learn how to take my power back. And that is probably the main reason most of us are here. Problem that we have to deal with to learn it is boundary and taking our power back so that we don't have to become a victim of life, even though we may have some positive attitude, but we still have some part of victimhood in ourselves that we can also learn from that. So when we're there, certain stage of life, certain point in life, we have a choice. It not become written in stone that we have to hold on to that attitude and that perspective for the rest of life. We could, and probably the chances are we're going to be stuck within the matrix, within the game. And if that's your choice to live like that, it is no problem. But if you want to take charge of life, embody the 15 attitudes and responsibility of mastery, or you want to be live more consciously, aware, fully, then you have to step out of that victimhood mentality. Get away from that attitude of suffering, that life is suffering. And make a choice. Even though that choice was already made for us when we were born, but we have the choice to reprogram, to reset, to choose the path. That's what it means to live consciously, awake and aware, is to go beyond our programming, our condition, our environment. That's what it means to be awake. So I wish you luck in your process of journey of awakening or not awakening, or not to awake, and to continue the game. It's fine either way. But in the end, it comes to choice. Everything in life comes with choice at a certain level, certain stage of life where we cannot blame anything anymore, where we become big time to take responsibility and accountability for our actions and our free will choice. We might be dealt with different set of cards, different hands. But there comes a point in life where we start choosing whether to live consciously or not. Okay, thank you, everyone.